Sweet Land.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt sie? Jeder hat mich belogen, sogar Junges Fress! Die gesamte Kennerei denkt es nichts weiter als ein Haufen niederträchtiger, treuloser Feiglinge! Feiglinge! Verräter, Versager! Sie ist ohne Ehre!
Hey everyone, Joe here. Just going to do a quick update on the 135th Tamiya Panther build that I'm doing. Everything's built, and you can see we have our turret here. We did do a couple things. There was an extra handle in the kit, and the hatch up top does have a handle, or is supposed to, so I added that and got everything else in here. This does have a cast texture. I was going to try and do a couple things, but I don't think I'm going to now. And I'll explain. One was, I don't think I'm going to do the Zimmerit. I just don't think I'm prepared for that yet. And so, this being the only second tank I've done, figured I better get the basics down first. We'll worry about like Zimmerit afterwards. And then I was also going to add to texture like Night Shift does and do that method, but again I just kind of talked myself out of it and was like, you know what, maybe not the best thing to attempt right now. The kit itself is pretty good, definitely has some issues, a lot of gaps on the handles and things like that, but other than that, I mean, not bad at all, really. Kind of fun, real quick little gun moves. So we've got all of our handles and latches on. We don't have the tracks on the sides yet because I like to paint those separately. We've got our tub and everything's all ready to go in primer. All of our road wheels are sanded. Just a quick tip about these center caps. They're kind of like a rubbery plastic. They're not real plastic, so difficult to get them glued in. And then just real quick once again, didn't know if y'all can see this. The only thing I don't like is when you put the hull on and you look underneath it, there is a very large opening there. So there's no side skirts or anything. But I suppose that's probably just the way it goes. Again, pretty basic kit. That Sherman I built was way more detailed and better. But that's also a newer Tamiya kit. Our hatch is open. Everything works here. So we'll get this in primer and including our figures, which aren't going to go in here, but I just enjoy painting the figures, practicing on those. So we'll come right back. Hey everyone, we're back and we are in primer. And we also have our little light shading as well. As you can see here, we did black primer and some white highlights. Just a little. Got all of our road wheels here and highlighted those a little bit. But basically that's what we've gotten done right now, and I can see I just missed a spot on our exhaust, but that's okay. So what I've decided is I'm not going to do the Zimmerit on this. Obviously, it's all in primer now. But the reason for that was, one, that, I don't think I'm quite there yet in skill level, and I just didn't want to try it. But two, I was reading in my reference book that for some of the Panther Alpha A, they initially sent the Zimmerit out to the field with the troops, and they were supposed to put it on. And some did, and some didn't. Some put it in some spots, some didn't put it in some spots, etc. But eventually, what was happening is when these would roll out of the factory, they came with Zimmerit instead of having the troops put them on. So we're gonna go ahead and say that this was already produced and was out in the field being used, and the troops just didn't put the Zimmerit on. So we do have probable cause, at least, to not put it on, and we'll try it again on a different build once I get a little more comfortable building armor and tanks. But yeah, we put everything on. That was another thing I had to think about, because just like what Gavin was saying over on his channel, and he's building a Tiger, so go check that out. I'll put a link in the below here. Do you put all the stowage on first and paint, and then go back and hand paint that, or do you paint it separately and put it on? From all my experience with aircraft and cars, you would keep it separate, put it on at last. But from watching Night Shift and Panzermeister and all those guys, they put everything all on at once and then come back and hand paint where needed. So we're gonna go that method and that route as well. Hopefully that'll work out well. We've got more than enough paints to be able to get that working. So one thing I'll say is I think this will be the last time I do black primer with the white highlights. I just don't like the way it's gonna turn out, because we're gonna do Normandy camo, which is gonna be a base color of dark yellow, and we're gonna use the German color. Come on, you just had it. 71025, and it's Duncan Gelb, and it's dark yellow. That'll be the entire base, and then there will be hand painted German green for the stripes, which will be like those. And they'll be blended in pretty well. So we're gonna freehand paint those. Those won't be masked off or anything. And I just think it's gonna make the dark yellow a little too dark by using the black primer. So I think what I'm gonna do is start doing what I do with my aircraft, and do a gray primer with black panel lining to really make the shadows come out, instead of doing all black and doing light highlights. Basically, we're doing the opposite, the reverse way. So we're going to start doing that instead on the next tank build and see how that turns out. And hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference. I don't like doing the white highlights, because you can see it kind of spits a little bit. White's difficult. So, yeah, we're going to try it that way. We'll see. But that's going to be it for now. We're going to get this in paint and camo and cleared, and then start weathering it. So we'll come back with another update. So until next time, everyone, hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Take care.